from the beginning, at 21, I knew I wanted to be number one in whatever I do. So I knew that you can't be number one, working in someone else's company. Number one is a vision, and so you need to have that drive to push what you have in your mind.
My name is Kene Rapu. I am the founder and CEO of Kene Rapu, the #1 Nigerian footwear brand championing local production.
I was born here in Lagos, Nigeria, and I grew up between Lagos and the UK. I always had an interest in fashion growing up. I was always, stylish. I was passionate. People would ask me for advice. And then from modeling, that got me into the fashion world, made a lot of connections. From working with Lagos Fashion and Design Week over the years, I did some beauty competitions. But I wouldn't say that I knew I was going to go into fashion as a business. I don't wear heels, so I'm very limited in my choice of footwear. And so that's how it really started. So finding that I needed a pair of slippers for myself. And I didn't, sometimes you would order abroad or you would have to, go and search out for something cute. It wasn't sort of at your doorstep. So I found that there was that need, which I didn't find anyone filling at the time.
Before landing on her feet in the footwear industry, Kene Rapu embarked on many different paths.
I went to school abroad from the age of 13 till university. I had the opportunity of doing a lot of internships throughout in law firms, in architecture firms, in oil and gas companies, with stylists. I modeled for a while with fashion designers. So I did all sorts. I really did everything to really see what I wanted to do. And I think even also just to learn the benefit of working, hard work, time management. As a Nigerian, you always go for something safe, and law is a safe. Everyone said that I would be a good lawyer. So I thought, what, let me go for it. I had figured out during my law school year that I didn't want to practice law. So I had a year where I sort of tried to figure out myself. I decided I wanted to go into fashion. I went back to the London College of Fashion and got a master's degree in fashion entrepreneurship. And then I came back to Nigeria, and I've been here since then. Started from home. I worked with sort of local cobblers who I would design for, and they will make according to my specifications. So I was helter-skelter trying to find people who could do what I needed them to do. We made the slippers, and I remember everyone was like, oh, we love your slippers. Where did you get them from? And people started placing orders, and that's really how it started. We opened our first store 3 years ago. So welcome, this is our store. So here we have our ladies' slippers and sandals. These are some of our best sellers, actually, this design. Over here, we have our new collection, which we've just launched. So here we have our men's stuff. The men are not as bright or adventurous as the ladies, but we find that guys do prefer dark colors. Our styles are quite simple. Our styles are also very much a reflection of myself. The brand is my name, so it definitely is intertwined. So in terms of, the things that we will put out, generally very simple, very stylish, elegant. We work a lot with, for example, Ankara print, which is sort of linked to Nigeria. You see a lot of Nigerian women wearing this print, so they're excited when they see the print in slippers as well. So that has definitely influenced our brand. The Nigerian fashion industry is growing. There was a point where no one really used to buy things made in Nigeria. The past 10 years, there's almost been a wave of buy Nigerian. It's almost a cool thing. It's almost, it's the in thing to buy Nigerian.
Since starting her business in 2011, she's grown leaps and bounds with the help of networking. In 2016, she was chosen to participate in the prestigious Tony Elumelu Foundation program.
It gives you more ideas, more business insight. It gives you seed capital, which was obviously needed. It gives you a good network. It gave my business a boost. So obviously being chosen as one of 1,000 African entrepreneurs all over the continent also gives you a confidence. A key part of our growth has also been launching our own factory. So for the first 5 years of running this business, I outsourced production, meaning I didn't have the overhead. But last year, 2017, I felt that it was time to bring it all in and sort of have production under my nose. Hi, welcome to the Kene Rapu factory. So I'm going to show you a little bit of our process. So here, for example, we get our soles, we cut the soles, cut the background. We do the straps. We do quite, so we make sure everything is
done neatly. Okay, when we're done with the basics of the, soles and all of that, we use this machine, which is our finisher. We would file to make sure all the stuff we put at the back, the straps are flat. It's a really important step. Sometimes people think, oh, they're just slippers, they're so easy to make. But it's really important, which is, the expertise of the shoemakers, is that you make sure you last your slippers accurately. So there must be a standard fit, and we try and have that standardized across the board.
This year, Kene was named one of Forbes Africa's top 30 game changers under the age of 30.
Which was exciting, which was a great honor. I was very humbled. When I look back, I'm like, how did this thing even, this is insane, this is ridiculous. How did we get to this level? So I feel like because I have been blessed to have exposure, to have a good education, to have access to fantastic mentors, I think it's only nice to pay it forward. So I feel like the first thing is, who is your target market? You're a very creative person, so I think that's actually, I really like the idea of a whole package. I started a workshop series at the end of last year, and by the time we were done, just pretty basic things about, building a fashion business. They were so happy. They couldn't even believe it. They were like, there must be a catch. Like, why would you tell us all this information? Customer service is really, really key. When people ask me about, being a woman in business, I always say that I don't really see myself, I'm a woman, obviously, but I don't see myself as what am I good at? How can I fulfill what I'm good at? How can I fulfill my purpose? How can I work my hardest? How can I, do what I need to do? I feel like we all really just need to work together to be the best we can be.